friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy and I am so glad that you've chosen to spend some time with me today. So I have picked up several candy cane wreath forms from the Dollar Tree, and I have made two different types of designs. I've done the wreaths two different ways, let me say. And in this video I'm going to show you how I do the one on the right. The one on the right with the bow is actually my husband's favorite. He prefers that one because you can really see, he feels like the shape of the candy cane is more clear, and that the second one is just so poofy it sort of loses its shape. I definitely see that. But I don't know. I think they're both kind of cute. I think if the one on the left, when I actually get like, they're not finished. Like I need to put a bow on the one on the right. Ultimately, I would like to get some like plastic candy canes, maybe to come out of the top of each bow. I don't know, do something else to spice them up a little bit. But I think that might make a difference for the one on the left. Actually, having the additional flair. So, in this video, I'm going to take you over to my table and show you how I put together the one on the right with the mesh tube instead of the traditional deco mesh that I used on the one on the left. So, stick around. So if you've been with my channel for a while, you know that this is really only the second DIY that I've ever done. And I don't know that I have the best setup. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do this. So, hopefully you'll be able to see everything that I'm going to try to show you today. So these are the supplies that I needed. I had a big value pack size of these white pipe cleaners, and I picked up the red ones from the Dollar Tree. I also got 2 packs of each color of these, but the first one that I made took about 1.5-ish. So I have leftovers. I don't know why I have so many red leftovers. Maybe I got 3 packs. It takes definitely more. It takes about 1.5 to 2 of these, the way that I make these. And then I got my wreath form. I have my wreath form that is shaped like a candy cane. These are leftovers from the other one. I just went ahead and finished off the rope, making these little pieces that I'll be attaching. So let me just show you how I made these first. Okay. And then I already have a bunch made, so I'll just attach several after that. This is actually so super easy, y'all. And that is maybe one of the reasons I like this one better. I feel like it took less time, it was a little easier. So I just measured off about 2 inches of this. And then I made a little loop, and I kind of checked it, and it is also about 2 inches. So then I looped again, and I looped again on this side. Is that showing up at all? And then I made a loop and a loop. And I did it 4 times. I made 4 loops on each side, and then a tail on each side, if that makes sense. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops, and then when I cut this, I'll have 1 tail on this side, and on this side I have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops and a tail also. So I forgot to cut some more of these. I had pulled out several, and I cut them in half and tied it up. And I don't know if this is important, but the way that I like to kind of arrange mine, it ends up where one tail is usually on top and one's on the bottom, but I just adjust it. I pull it down because I like both my tails to be on the same side. Ooh, where's the camera? Yeah, so. And that is one of the little bunches, and it was super easy. I'll do another one. And honestly, once I kind of got in a rhythm, that's one of the reasons I went ahead and finished those, because I was in the rhythm and I just went so quickly. So about 2 inches, then I make a loop and I just kind of check it. And it's a little more than 2 inches, but right around. And loop, loop, loop. And the way I usually do a 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and then I cut my tail. And the cool thing is that sometimes it's kind of hard for me to hold this together in a bunch. And if it comes undone, that's okay. I know that I have it the right length. I have exactly how much I need. And sometimes it's easier, honestly, if it does kind of pop off, because then I just turn around and I can kind of adjust it so that I can hold it better. Because when I'm making it initially, I don't know, sometimes I have trouble holding it. So, and you know, once you have it, you can always make adjustments just by pulling. And even after you tie it, you can make any adjustments that you need. So I'm just going to tie it off, give it a few twists, and is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. All right, so I'm just twisting this on, and I have 2 of these made, but in all actuality I have many more. So the way that I set mine up is I like to start with red and end with red on my candy canes. So I think I did 4 reds, 5 whites, 4 reds, 5 whites, and 4 reds. I know I have one more number bunch wise. Okay, let's see. Red, oh, I can look at it. 4 red, 5 white, 4 red, 5 white, 4 red, 5 white, 4 red. So, but when I was cutting these, I think one of them ended up being a little shorter because it was just the leftover piece, so I might just kind of use it as filler. So what I did was I just took these and I started down here and I went around the middle 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went between the middle 2 and just tied it. Normal people twist this. I usually twist the whole frame. But yeah, you just twist it back here. And the first one is on. And then put the second one on. I put them on and then sort of made some adjustments afterwards that I will show you. Because when you put these on, the way that they are made, it ends up with just this open line right down the center. You cannot even see that. So when you get several of them on, you end up with this kind of open line down the center. So I go back later and I open them up and sort of use these to cover that in, if that makes sense. I feel like I am not making a lot of sense in this video. I'm so sorry. Alright, I'm going to get better at DIYs, if I hope. That's my plan. So we will put one more red after this, so it'll be 4 reds. And what I need to go back and look on my other one is how many, 1, 2, 3, there are 4 sections. And I know I used, I want to say 7 in each, in this section, and then this one's bigger, so I may have used 8, and then this one's bigger, so I kind of have to go look at the other one, or you can just actually feel it out as it goes, because I'm not even sure that this one will work out the exact same way as the last one. Sometimes these things just don't always end up the same. So, and the fact that the frame is not, like each section of the frame is a different size, it makes it harder to say like I want to use X many per section because each section's different. So we're going to switch, and I'm going to put white on. Okay, so far I've done 4 of the red and 5 of the white. So I'm going to start more red, another red section. And we're just going to kind of look at this and make sure everything fills in. If it's loose, you know, you can always, the good thing about this is you can always kind of go in between these and add more in if you need to. But I think so far so good on this. I really feel like it's easy to go back and fix them when there is a problem. And that's kind of, I got mostly done with the last one before I realized I needed to make a few changes. So I'm going to keep going with this, and I will be back soon. So I needed to make a few more white, and I was just going to come back on here and just go through it one more time, how I've been doing mine. And again, just because I do mine this way doesn't mean that it's the only way or even the best way. It just happens to be my preference. So, you know, if you have a way that you do it, or you have an idea of a way to do it that would be different or better, yeah, you should tell us about that in the comments. I would love to hear it. I do 4 on each side and a tail on each side. You may want to do more or less. So, and it's kind of something also to experiment with. That'd be fun to, you know, play around and see what works best, how they turn out with more or less. I can't imagine doing less, but maybe, I don't know. All right, so about 2 inches, and then 2 inches here. I check it on the ruler to make sure it's at least, I think visually after a few times, you know what 2 inches looks like after. You kind of get a good idea. All right, so 4, and then I'll cut this, and we'll tie it off. Like I said, I don't do a lot of DIY videos, so if this is super confusing, I really apologize. If you have any questions, you know, if there's something I've said that makes no sense, or if I've somehow contradicted myself, please feel free to ask or point it out, or you know, just let's talk about it in the comments. I don't want to be confusing for sure, but I am also, I guess, kind of out of my comfort zone doing these, so it's really possible that I completely miss something, or I say something totally wrong, or I don't know. It's honestly, I promise it's not going to hurt my feelings if you have noticed something that was really odd in the video that didn't make sense. It won't hurt my feelings if you want to ask about it. Okay, so I have them all on here, and I did have to add more, which is so odd. How they never match up. The wreaths that my mom and I did together, same materials, but we actually did have to use different number of bundles of mesh for that also. So I added some more. I cleaned up the back so it's nice and neat. I left this space right here for the bow. I had to make my bow off camera because I'm kind of bad at bows. And I get frustrated, and then you know, sometimes I cry, and I don't want to do that on the camera. That'd be embarrassing. But this is the bow I'm working with. It's still not perfect. It's really not that great, actually. but I can kind of work on it after I get it on the wreath. So I left the space right there, and I'm just gonna stick these pipe cleaners through. Oh, I think I'm off camera. Genius. So I'm gonna stick the pipe cleaner through in this space and come around the back and tie it off, and then we will see what we need to do. That's not very tight. I'll go back and tighten that up. So that is kind of what we're working with. I'm going to hang it on the door so we can get a better look at this. So this is actually the ribbon that I used with the red and white ribbon. It came from the Dollar Tree. I thought it was super adorable. I don't know, what do you think? Tell me about it in the comments below. My dogs are running around. I was trying to fluff these a little bit more to kind of help cover up the pipe cleaner. So just kind of fluff them. See, this one I feel like did a really good job of that. But anyway, so you can just play with it and play with it until you get it the way you like it. Which for me, I will play with this nonstop because there's always going to be something about it that I'm going to be like, oh wait, that's not quite right. That's not quite right. So anyway, what do you think? Do you like it? You can be honest. All right, tell me about it in the comments below. Give me your thoughts, your opinions. What can I do to improve these? I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and join the Wink fam. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!